So last time I said to you what transducers do, uh, how transducers work, different types of transducers, passive and active transducers, different types of passive transducers, resistance, inductance, and capacitance based transducers. So all that was discussed in the last session, and so I said to you we'll be starting with the resistance based transducers. I pointed out some resistance based transducers. Uh, Hold on. So, as I was saying to you that we discussed, I enlisted the number of resistor-based transducers, potentiometers, resistance strain gauge, thermocouples, thermistors, photovoltaics, photoconductive cells, not photovoltaic cells, photoconductive cells. So these are all passive resistance-based transducers. Uh, so what will a resistance transducer do? It will It aims at the calculation of some non-electrical quantity by the principle of variation of resistance. So some non-electrical energy force will be there that will cause a change in resistance, and that proportional change in resistance can be actually uh, by quantization of that proportional change in resistance, we can actually determine what is the actual value of the measurement that's in question. Right? Aims at calculation of some non-electrical quantity by the principle of variation of resistance uh, through the non-electrical energy source, and hence be able to measure the non-electrical quantity in question by a proportional change in resistance. In short, what there is some non-electrical quantity. This non-electrical quantity will cause a change in resistance, and this change in resistance, this proportional change in resistance, can be measured, uh, can give us the value of that non-electrical quantity that we are actually trying to measure. Fine. Say, for example, we are applying force to some body, the resistance of that particular conductor may change. So, accordingly, we can determine as per the variation in the resistance of that device, we'll say what is the proportional amount of force that was applied to this very uh, system. Fine. So the first type of resistance transducer that we'll be studying is the potentiometer, or what we'll be referring to as the potentiometric transducer. So the basic principle that is used by a potentiometer is simple. R is equal to rho L by A. So either you can change rho, you know what rho is. Rho is the resistivity, L or A, the length or the area of the conductor, the cross-sectional area. So if you can change any of these quantities and measure the proportional change in resistance, we can say what our non-electrical, what is the actual value of that non-electrical quantity that caused the change in uh, the length or the area of the system. So any stimulus that affects either the length or the area or the rho will change the value of resistance. Hence, any variation of the stimulus can be suitably converted into a electrical quantity, say voltage. That voltage we can measure easily, and accordingly we can determine what will be the value of this stimulus. So, what are the quantities that actually cause change in resistance? Temperature causes a change in resistance, strain, pressure, displacement, be it translational or angular displacements, angular forces or translational forces, all these will cause a change in resistance. And according to that change in resistance, we can say what is the proportional amount of pressure, displacement, force, extra that was applied to this system. So a potentiometer is simply a device that it's a resistance element that will actually be provided with a sliding contact and based upon the sliding contact we can say, uh, and this change in this contact can be determined by the excitation source that will be available to us. uh, that can be either AC or a DC voltage source. Okay. So in case of passive transducers, I said to you that we need to have an source of external source of electrical energy that uh, will result in a gradual or a proportional change in the output of the device that we can actually measure using this system, right? तो किसी भी पोटेंशियोमीटर को हम बेसिकली डीसी और एसी वोल्टेज सोर्स से के साथ कनेक्ट करते हैं एंड अकॉर्डिंगली we see on that sliding contact what is the amount of change in resistance that will actually give us a clue about what is the proportional change in the displacement or the force or pressure, whatever was the quantity in question that is we are trying to measure using this potentiometer. ठीक है. पोटेंशियोमीटर से हम रेजिस्टेंस को मेजर नहीं कर रहे हैं. पोटेंशियोमीटर से हम फोर्स, डिस्प्लेसमेंट, प्रेशर, एक्स्ट्रा सम नॉन इलेक्ट्रिकल क्वांटिटी को मेजर कर रहे हैं in terms of an equivalent amount of change in resistance. Now this motion on the slider can be either translational motion, it can be translational, or it can be rotational, or a combination of these, such as in case of helical potentiometer. Thus, this motion on the slider will actually help us measure the rotary or translatory displacement. ठीक है. So जो हमारे पास existing potentiometers है, they can measure a translatory motion of this range 0.1 to 50 centimeters or a rotatory motion of 10 degrees to 60 full turns, not 60 degrees. It can make 60 times full turns, that means 60 into 360 degrees. Now, the resistance element that can be used in potentiometers can be either a wire wound, it can be a carbon film, or it can be a conducting plastic. So, ये आपके potentiometers हुए. One will be a linear type potentiometer. Another one here represents the angular type potentiometer. So, what happens is say for example this linear type potentiometer is here. There will be a slider. ये जो slider होगा, this will be moving by applying some amount of force or displacement. This slider will move accordingly. This slider will give us a different value of resistance for this portion of the winding. Fine. So let this portion of the winding have a resistance of Rx. The length of this portion of winding is X. For this case, let A be the cross-sectional area of the winding. That will remain constant. Rho be the resistivity of this portion of the winding. So you can say simply Rx is equal to rho x divided by A. ठीक है. ये जो इतना पोर्शन ऑफ वाइंडिंग है इसकी जो रेजिस्टेंस होगी दैट विल बी आर एक्स इक्वल टू रो एक्स बाई ए. और जो हमारी टोटल वाइंडिंग है आर टी उसकी जो रेजिस्टेंस होगी दैट विल बी रो एल बाई ए वेयर एल इज द टोटल length of this winding. So simply saying Rx divided by RT will give us rho x by A divided by rho L by A, that will give us x by L. So जो हमारा Rx होगा that will be simply x by L times RT. So इस portion of winding की जो resistance होगी that will be x by L times RT. और इस portion so this portion of the winding, and we are using the external voltage source EX rather, यहाँ पे जो symbol है EX is an external energy source. Fine. EX here represents the external energy source. The potentiometer is not able to produce EMF of its own. So there's an external EMF source connected across some winding. So जिस भी quantity की हम displacement force measure करना चाहते हैं that will produce an appropriate change in the slider. That slider will shift over this winding. It will slide over this winding, and by the measurement of resistance or an appropriate measurement of voltage across this winding इस अब ये जो वाइंडिंग है ये पोर्शन ऑफ वाइंडिंग आर एक्स है इसके अक्रॉस सिंपली बाय वोल्टेज डिवाइडर लॉ व्हाट विल बी द वोल्टेज इट विल बी द आउटपुट वोल्टेज अक्रॉस दिस पोर्शन ऑफ वाइंडिंग ई एक्स ठीक है it will be Rx divided by the total resistance into the external resistance that is EX. So appropriately हमें एक value of voltage मिल रहा है across this portion of the winding that we can measure simply using voltmeters. Now using some calibration, we can actually try to make sure this amount of voltage should correspond to this amount of displacement. Fine. This amount of voltage should correspond to this amount of force being exerted on this slider. Okay? We are actually trying to calibrate between what amount of voltage is being generated across this portion of the winding and accordingly what should it translate to in terms of force or displacement. ऐसे आपका angular type potentiometer भी होगा. Hopefully you are well aware about the potentiometer, how a potentiometer works. So इसके across जो आपकी voltage produce होगी any portion of the winding that will be measured in terms of angular displacement theta divided by the total angle that's 360 here multiplied by the external energy source Ex. Right? So this is the basic principle of a potentiometer. Potentiometer कैसे काम करता है? So based upon this potentiometer, now we'll be actually seeing how we can calibrate this device, how we can develop a potentiometric transducer. वो जो potentiometric transducer हम develop करेंगे, we have to study its resolution, its accuracy, its the loading effect on this potentiometer extra. All those things need to be, we have to study all those things. Uh, that's I'm going to wrap up the session today because